We are live. What's good, y'all? Man, Dale Saint. Welcome. Really want to know podcast, man. What's happening, y'all? It's Thursday. It's Thursday, y'all. What is good? Yeah, man. I was all set to talk about a bunch of things today, man. I was Corey Holcomb is out there talking about Dave Chappelle, and some stuff about the comedy world. I was looking at like, oh, maybe we'll talk about that, and then um on Fresh and Fit. Sneeko, Myron, Fresh, and the women of the panel were having this discussion about um, men, top tier men, and men who can get a lot of sexual access, stuff like that. I caught it. It was on Law of Distinction. It's a 25-minute clip. I'm like, whoa, we could talk about this. But then I stumbled across this YouTuber I'd never seen before. I guess he's a passport bro. He's out there doing this thing, talking about Colombia. And the State Department has issued warnings to American men who plan to travel to Colombia to not use Tinder or dating apps while in Colombia. Bro, I'm like, yeah, this is what we're going to talk about. Like, this is something I want to sink my teeth into. So let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Yo, it's crazy, man. Like, this is crazy, but it makes sense. It makes sense. And again, I always start these shows off with a little disclaimer. I am not trying to throw shade at you passport bros out there, man. I'm not. We're here to hopefully help educate some of you brothers and get y'all up to speed to help you see this a different way. You feel me? I'm not trying to throw shade, but you need game. You definitely need game because y'all just destroyed Colombia. Y'all just destroyed it. Take it off the map. Y'all went down there. Y'all just absolutely destroyed it. You know, Dominican Republic, Colombia. Y'all might as well just go ahead and take them off the map, man, because y'all done tore the game up forever. Looking for cheat codes. Dr. B is in the building. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you. That's what it is. Just FYI, I'll be in Miami from March 20th to 25th. All right, bet. That's what's up. I have to come down there, man. That's what's up. I ain't mad at you. Looks like you bringing sand to the beach, but hey, it's all good. Good place. Look, y'all know I love Miami. And Dr. B is like, I'll be with my lady for a few days. That's what's up, man. And hey, man, like, hit me up, bro. Like, if you need, you know what I mean, like, looking for some cool restaurants to go to and stuff like that, you know, you can hit me up. I'll tell you what spots to hit, you know, that kind of stuff, bro. I'm a big fan of Miami, man. I see it bringing sand to the beach, but, you know, Miami's just my kind of city, bro. Like, that's a good place to be booed up, to have a couple, to have your woman there. It's a good city, man. She's walking around. She sees beautiful women. She's going to stay on her tippy toes. She knows if she slips up, you could be hollering at any one of these women right here. And these women are, you know, like I said, they're friendly. A lot of people, they talk about Miami. When they're talking about Miami, they're really talking about South Beach, and they're talking about the whole touristy scene. I'm telling you, like, the women play fair in Miami. Regular women just play fair. Last good man in Jersey's in the building. It was good, fam. You know what I mean? Dr. V is like, no comment. Hey, man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't trying to make no statements. It just is what it is. She gonna be looking around. Like, man, these women down here are beautiful. Like, yeah, baby, better stay on your tippy toes. Last good man in Jersey, man. I'm telling you, passport bros, man. Hopefully they don't mess up the Philippines. You know, Thailand and the Philippines have been a destination for Americans for so many decades. I think it's passport bro proof. I don't think the brothers could go out there and mess it up. Although I'm sure there's some out there who are trying, but I don't think they can mess that up. The Navy has been out there since the end of the Second World War. Like, Thailand has a huge Western influence. Philippines, same thing. So I think the Philippines and Thailand are safe. I don't think it's going to. I don't think the passport bros are going to affect those environments the same way that they infected Colombia. Brazil, maybe. I mean, these dudes like, oh, you want to go to Brazil? Brazil might be next on the hit list. Like, so the DR is already jacked up. I mean, Colombia, y'all done messed that up. It is what it is. And the problem is, it's messed up because y'all don't have any game. Y'all don't have any understanding. You don't know what you're doing. You ran down there and just jacked it up. So we got a dude he looks like a passport bro. He's like, has a pretty big channel. I want to say like 50 or 60,000 subscribers. We're going to react to dude's video. And this guy, I kind of looked at his page real quick. He looks like he's former Air Force. But now he's just kind of doing this thing. I ain't mad at him. And he knows what he's talking about, but he really just puts it out there, what the passport bros are doing, like what their main purpose is, what the mission is. You just put it out there. And all this, I'm just going to find me a feminine, submissive, wifey type. Nah, that's not what they're doing. It's not what they're doing. That's good, man. In Jersey, the Philippines is safe. The guys going there for fun go to, what's that? Angeles? Which I avoid. Okay, so they got a touristy joint that those guys go to. All right, cool. I mean, it is what it is. But this video, I'm telling you, I'm watching this video is about 20 minutes long, 25 minutes or something like that. We're just gonna break this video down, and I have an article from one of the local affiliate news stations that we can kind of read that article, and we have the actual warning that's up on the State Department website. We're gonna look at those three things, and I got to get out of here early. I have to go and check out some comedy tonight, so that's the reason why I started 30 minutes early. Forgive me for that, but I gotta get this done. Cook. My daughter wants turkey burgers tonight, so I gotta make her a quick turkey burger and stuff real quick, and then I'm out the door. So, hey, man. Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Let's just pull this thing up, bro. I was just blown away when I saw this. Just blown away. I've been having some problems with StreamYard today. I don't know, just some weird little glitches. I don't know if they have an update that I need to get or something like that. So if something goes wrong, just bear with me. But I just noticed that over the past few minutes. I'm like, man, this thing is tripping. So this is the brother here, and I'm not sure what his Skylar DeRouen. I don't know who this is. 65.2 subscribers. Is a passport bro. It's like, do you want to successfully date women abroad, discover top tier travel hacks from a pro, and build wealth at the same time? Check out my travel system, right? And he has a link to something he's selling. There's a commercial in this thing. You'll see the commercial, but this is the dude right here. Is a brother. Like I said, I believe this guy was former Air Force. I'm basing that on some of his content that I saw. Yeah, because I think he was initially trying to kind of like to be the VA guy, like kind of guide, former military people through the VA system, which is needed. The VA system is, man, it's a ton of paperwork. It's crazy. The way they treat vets it's shameful, but it is what it is. But now he's transitioned into this passport bros thing. So this video is entitled US Embassy warns passport bros not to use dating apps in Colombia after suspicious deletions. Yeah, it's been quite a few. So let's just jump right into it, shall we?
The US Embassy has put out a warning to passport bros. They put bros on notice. There has been a lot of suspicious activity in Medellin and all over Colombia. We're going to get into it here. Also, my Patreon subscribers are about to be very, very mad at me because I'm about to give you guys how to move and shake in Colombia. I'm going to give you the playbook because we don't need any more deaths. So if you're in Patreon, please don't message me telling me I'm giving away too much information. Okay? Now let's get into it. Let's start off with this story here. All right. So Colombia has gotten significantly dangerous. Where's my face? So y'all can see me. Colombia has gotten significantly dangerous. And and we already know, we're just going to keep it real. We know why men are going to Colombia in droves, especially Medellin, Colombia. You guys are going down there to smack something up and pay for some box. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I am not the one that's going to get onto you for paying for box. The problem is it worth your life?
So there it is. He kept it 100 right off rip. Those are going down there to pay for the Foxy Brown. All right, cool. Pay for play. They're going down there to be with, you know, women that possess a level of beauty that they cannot get in America, right? There are beautiful women here, just as beautiful as women in Colombia, if not more so. But the guys don't have enough game, enough knowledge to attract and to kind of get those women, right? So what do everyone do? What they look for a cheat code? Well, let's just get a cheat code. Let's go down here and let's pay to play with some of these women. Okay, fine. That's what you want to do. That's fine. You know, like this dude is saying, it's cool. That's what they doing. Just, yeah, that's cool. Let's just do it. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I mean, you got to look at yourself and it's like, well, if you're paying, you know, why don't you pay in America? Why don't you, you know, if that's the case, why don't you do it that way? I suggest that guys learn game. Like just figure out how to talk to women. You could do that here in America. And if you can get on in America, that game will carry you far the rest of the world. If you got a little bit of game in America, that means you're a top tier dude down in Colombia or the Philippines or Brazil or wherever you want to go. If you know how to, you know, recognize the choosing signals that women send, if you know how to put yourself in situations where you can be around beautiful women and be able to talk to these women, just learn the game. Just put the work in and learn the game. What happens if you don't learn the game and you go someplace like Colombia or wherever country you want to go to? They're going to see you for the mark that you are. They're going to set you up. And that's what's going on right now. This is why these videos are coming out. This is why the State Department is putting out warnings, because Americans are getting got. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Before I forget, please like and subscribe out there. Appreciate y'all. For those watching this on Team Replay, I will be linking the videos and any articles that I read in the description below so you can check it out. Appreciate you. I will even link that warning from the State Department so you can just hit that link and then check out whatever country you want to check out. As far as, you know, look for, you know, what the United States government thinks about these countries and, you know, where they believe is dangerous and not dangerous, whatever. It's color coded, right? So, you know, you got like green, you got like yellow, and you got red. Unless you know what's going on. But yeah, like there are no shortcuts, gentlemen. You guys out here, like you dudes who watch Fresh and Fit, you know, 3 times a week and you're not learning, you're not taking away the message that Myron and Fresh are trying to get you. These guys who are, you know, checking out whatever podcast or, you know, watching Michael Certain and Rollo Tomasi and Rich Cooper and all the rest of it, man. There are no cheat codes, bro. You have to do the work. Do the work. Get to the finish line. And all the baddies, it'll be nothing but beautiful women standing at the finish line waiting to smash you. Let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? You have a group of people in a country who are actively targeting actively targeting tourists. The Colombian locals don't care about you. They're not going to go to police. They're not going to try to warn you or any of that type of stuff. It's a lawless land, and it's a free for all. Okay. When you juxtapose that to Brazil, there's a little bit more pride and honor here. They're trying to preserve Copacabana, Ipanema, and Leblon. You see a lot of the local population fighting back, trying to make this place clean, but it doesn't seem that way in Colombia. But let's read this.
You know, like he's saying it's lawless and all this other kind of stuff. It wasn't like that. You know, I'm telling you, like when I've been going to Colombia for a very long time. I haven't been recently. I haven't been in years now at this point. It's been years. I haven't been down. Since this passport bro movement started, I haven't been down. But on my last few trips to Colombia, I felt very protected. I can look around, especially at night, all hours of the night, there will be police on every corner and they will be looking out for tourists. Although I didn't look like a tourist, but they could figure it out pretty quick. You know, if you go and you immerse yourself in the culture and you take the time to get to know people and see the sights and learn the language and engage in the cuisine and all that, you're gonna make friends. People are gonna look out for you. They're gonna tell you where to go and where not to go. The locals will be protective of you. This is the beauty of traveling. But these passport bros aren't traveling for that. They're not trying to broaden their horizons. They're just going down here trying to smash. All right, cool. You coming down here trying to do that, they're gonna look at you as a carpetbagger, and then you're gonna get what you get. It is what it is. Brother Pitney's in the building. What's good, fam? And again, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying modify your tactics. So when you do engage, you indulge in this sort of thing, you will be more successful and you don't have to pay. That's another thing too, man. We've talked about this. The women in Colombia, man, like they're in the game because a lot of times they're forced to, right? It's an economics thing. But bro, I'm telling you, if you know how to talk to a woman, bro, she sees you, she's checking you out, man. She's gonna holler at you, bro. She is going to want to spend time with you, man. She's gonna keep it 100 with you if you know how to talk to her. But if you're going down here, you game goofy, hey man, now you just food and they're gonna eat.
This really quick, and then we're gonna get to the secrets here, okay? Because I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. We're just gonna do the short and skinny. So the U.S. Embassy in Bogota is aware of 8 suspicious deaths of U.S. citizens, of private U.S. citizens. That's just the United States. What about all the other countries? You know what I'm saying? Between 1 and 31 December 23rd or 2023, right? So you had 8 people die within 2 months. That's insane. Okay. According to the Tourism Observatory personnel in Medellin, the number of thefts committed against foreign visitors, excluding Venezuelans, increased 200%.
And that's another thing too. You know, with the collapse of Venezuela, and you had all those people, all the refugees fleeing Venezuela, they all flooded into Colombia. So that was also a game changer. So that element is going to bring crime, and it flooded the streets with women. So you had like these Venezuelan coffee girls walking around. They're selling coffee. All right. You know what I mean? Like it is definitely changed down there. There, whatever events that are going on, it has definitely changed Colombia. So even more reason to go down there and have your local network in place so you know what you're doing. You have places that you stay that are safe. Security knows you. You frequent the same restaurants and bars and they know you. You know, that sort of thing. You might even may have made your friend is in law enforcement. So you got cops that you're cool with and you can pay them to come out with you sometimes if you feel you want that added security. It's not, well, it wasn't that expensive back then. The biggest problem is passport bros, well, Americans in general, passport bros came down there and was just throwing money around that they really didn't have, right? They came down with that game goofiness, and what they did was they took everything off of the Colombian peso and put it on the US dollar. Now you have all these women who are in the game or whatever. They're like, nah, I know you got money and I want dollars. I want US dollars. I don't want pesos. That's what changed the game.
Compared to the previous year, and violent deaths of foreign visitors increased 29%. Most of the 2023 violent deaths victims were U.S. citizens. They're using Tinder and all these dating apps to lure tourists in. Okay? Do not use Tinder in Colombia. All right? So you have these women are working with criminal organizations, and I'm not going to read this whole paragraph because,
which is crazy, right? So it says that the women are using dating apps to lure victims to meet in public places such as hotels, restaurants, and bars, and then later assault and rob them. Numerous U.S. citizens in Colombia have been drugged, robbed, and even deleted by their Colombian dates. I mean, this is just security 101. These guys aren't thinking. They see that baddie picture and they're like, oh, and she's communicating and whatever. The whole time she's setting them up. Now, back in the day when I used to go down there, it was no problem to go via Tinder, meet some women or whatever. Y'all know I like to get out there and I'm in the trenches, bro. I like to go meet folks. I go talk to them. I'll meet you. Hey, what's up? I'm walking around. I'm just gonna meet you. I do it that way. But yeah, you could just set your location for Medellin on your Tinder profile or match, and bam, you will be getting hit up by a lot of women. They are aggressive, like, what's up? What's up? They will come see you, but when I was down there, they weren't trying to set you up. They were trying to meet you. They knew what time it was. And just, yeah, meet me at Hooters and Park Legeres. Meet me, you know what I mean? Meet me here, meet me there. And they would show up. It would be the woman. Like you would already have done either back then. I was doing FaceTime. We would talk to them. They would send pictures. You're doing the whole WhatsApp thing because it was immediate. As soon as they hit you up on the dating app, they will give you their WhatsApp and you just hit them up there, and then you just figure it out. And yeah, I would actually use the FaceTime feature on WhatsApp so I could see who I'm talking to. Like, yo, give me a call. I want to see you, and they would do it. Hey, baby, in Spanish or broken English or whatever, and I would use my broken Spanish, and we would just figure it out. But now it's completely different. It's completely different. Now it's they know you coming down here. They know you game goofy. You got all this money. Yeah, they finna run that.
Because I want to get to the fun part, which is showing you guys how to move. We already know what it is. Let me get on the big screen. These guys are going to Colombia. They didn't do any pre-gaming or anything like that. And as soon as they get to the country, they decide that they want to start swiping Tinder. The girls agree to meet, but she has ulterior motives, and she's going to drug you. She's going to rob you, and you're going to get scopolamine. And a lot of these cases are going underreported because people don't want to, they're embarrassed about it. There's a whole Facebook group about victims being drugged and robbed. And I think about that, and I'm like, I know Colombian chicks are freaking beautiful. I've had my way with a lot of Colombian chicks. I folded a lot of them up. I told you guys a story how my first trip, I was tossing some serious salad. I don't care. I'll do it again.
Yeah, dude, wilding. Like, dude, to each his own. That's what you want to do. But yeah, you run the risk of getting drugged. Tobias the Traveler was talking about that. I was on his platform. I think he came over here and we talked about it. He had a situation where he got drugged by a couple of Colombian women. And, law enforcement or security got involved, and he wound up losing a bunch of money and I think a computer and stuff like that. But man, he's lucky he didn't lose his life. This is real, guys. You guys are going down here thinking you done found a cheat code, man. Nah, bro, you're going to go down here and possibly get deleted chasing after some baddie. Is it worth it?
You know what I'm saying? But first things first, if you're going to be in Colombia, and let's say you do meet a girl on the internet, if she comes to your crib, you need to do a shakedown. That's step number one. If you're not gonna use one of my methods, she needs to be shaken down when she gets to your spot. That means, okay, she's gonna come into your crib. The fucking the doorman needs to get a photocopy of her ID. That's step number one. Step number two is you doing a shakedown in your apartment. You're gonna make her spread her leg. You're gonna do a pat down. That's what I'm doing. Pat down. You know what I'm saying? Get all the way in there. Make sure everything is nice and clean, right?
Don't do this. Don't do this. I don't know if he's doing this for entertainment purposes or whatever. Like, you definitely want to be careful. But you're talking about having a woman come in, like, all right, yeah, security should be. See, they're talking about, have security get a photocopy of her ID. So these guys are Airbnb, I like hotels. Right, when the hotels come in, it's nothing but cameras. I like hotels. Work out, let the people in the hotel know what you're doing, and everything is everything. If you're dealing with a woman, you bringing her back to your spot, and you want to throw her hands up against the wall, and you want to pat her down or whatever. You want to search her and do all the stuff that this guy's talking about doing. Now you could catch a case. In America, you'll definitely catch a case for that. And in Colombia, yo, bro, she might go to law enforcement feeling a certain way, and some people might come see you, and she might not have had any ulterior motives, right? So the thing is this, like, yeah, you want to know who you're dealing with, but you're supposed to take care of that through conversation, before you meet her, when you meet her, Hang out, man. Go get some ice cream. Go walk around. Have her show you around like the little areas that you know are secure. Let her get to know you before you bring her back to the crib. You definitely want to do that. But to throw them up against the wall and do all this other kind of stuff, man, you are taking a chance. He's going to say some other stuff too that, yeah, I certainly wouldn't do. I definitely want to recommend taking these steps. Brother Penny, this makes leveling up and learning game in the States look like an easier path. LOL. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. Like if you just learn some game and level up in America, bro, you won't be dealing with this sort of thing. You will see it coming from a mile away. Dude is literally about to suggest installing a metal detector in your room overseas. Exactly. Probably get the wand and swipe down, and you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, bro. Let's continue.
Go through her purse,
Don't
everything, strip search. Let her know ahead of time
Don't
you're
do
going to
that.
get strip searched. As soon as you get in this apartment, you're going to bend down, touch your toes, and we're going to go. You know how when you go to prison and they make you cough to the left, make you cough to the right? That's how it's got to be in Colombia.
Don't do it.
Make her cough. Make sure everything is copacetic. But my question is, I don't want to go through all of that. I don't want to sleep with one eye open. You know what I'm saying? But she needs to be strip searched before she gets to the crib.
No.
Okay? And she needs to take a shower too. As soon as you get to the crib, take off all your clothes. You're going to get sprayed down in the shower. And then we're going to...
How in the hell are you going to get somebody to agree to that? Here you are trying to talk to some woman. You're trying to take her out, you know what I mean, have a nice day, kind of, kick it a nice evening, maybe get her back for fun time later. You saying as soon as she get to the crib, you're going to throw her against the wall, strip her clothes off and throw her in the shower, bro? Come on now. What are we doing here? Does that make sense to anybody? What are we doing here? This part, I mean, I don't know if he's kind of exaggerating to try to drive home a point. I don't know. If you do these things, bro, trust and believe law enforcement is going to come see you. Hope you speak Spanish. Have your lawyer or abogado right there. You know what I mean? This guy's security checkpoint is a sure way to kill a vibe. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you're going to do all this and you coming to pay, man, you might as well just go to a brothel. They got them down there. They got parties down there where you can pay X amount of dollars and they'll take you up into a mansion. And every woman there is for rent. Every woman there is in the game. You can go to those events and you ain't got to worry about doing all that stuff because the people who host the party, they vet everybody. If you're going down there just to pay, there are ways to do that as well. Just, again, don't be game goofy.
Do an inspection. But it's like, but here's the truth. This is where you brothers are messing up. So that's one way. Do you want to successfully date women abroad?
Yeah, and here's
keep in mind now, I live in Brazil and I've been living overseas 14 years. Do you
like this is dude's commercial and he's talking about leveling up and crypto and all kind of different investments and stuff like that. All right, cool. You want to build wealth through bonds and stocks, mutual funds, fly overseas and pay women to have sex. Hit up his thing. It's in the description
box for more info.
My way is, I'm telling you guys, the sugar baby scene in Colombia is out of control. It is how you should be meeting girls in Colombia. Okay? That's how you should be meeting them. And I'm going to go over here, and please, if you're at Patreon, do not get mad at me. I don't want any more deaths. When you get to Colombia, this is how it's supposed to be. When you get to Colombia, and you land in the airport and you turn your phone, you take it off of airplane mode, your notification should be popping. Buenos dias, amor. Did you make it into town? Can I start getting ready? Like you need to your phone needs to be blowing up as the plane is taxiing because you've already pre-gamed. You already got the chicks lined up. You ain't swiping Tinder trying to meet somebody on a whim. And I'm good.
In this part right here, I can agree with him, but he's talking about lining up women who are in the game. You got them all lined up. They're ready to come and get that money. I'm talking about lining up women that just want to get to know you and go out. It's not about money. Do you see how closely related these two things are? what he's talking about is you're guaranteeing success because you've already negotiated a price or whatever. She's told you what it is. And you're just like, all right, I'm going to line up 4 or 5 to come by the room and this and that. You can do that. And if you want to do that, this part, what he's saying does make sense. Like you got them, you've already talked to them, you got it all set up. They know what time you're gonna land, which could be a problem. Because she could tell people that to be at the airport looking for you. You know what I mean? But that's another thing. And the airport is far away. I know they were working on a tunnel or something because they want to cut that commute down, but it's a long drive. At least it was now. I don't know where it is now, but it was a long drive for us back then, coming down the hill, getting into getting from the airport, getting into Medellin proper. But I never did that. I told him I was gonna be there. If I told him I was gonna be there on Friday, I would get there on Thursday. So I'm there a whole day before, seeing the sites, doing my thing, checking in with folks, going to do what I do. It is what it is. And then Friday, I hit them because they were hitting me up. Hey, are you here yet? Like, yep, I'm here. You know, I got in early. I'm just relaxing now. Oh, can I come see you? And he ain't lying. More this or that. Can I come see you? Sure. Meet me at such and such. And we'll meet and whatever and hang out and do what we do. And it's real difficult. Like the vast majority of women are in the game to some extent. I mean, it's really rare to come across a woman who has nothing to do with that sort of thing. Most of the women out there, because it's such easy money, and they know they can hit it, they can get a quick hit if they need it. So it can be difficult sometimes, but I mean, bro, I remember they were talking about 50 Shades of Grey. I saw that movie in Colombia. I was in Medellin with a friend of mine. She wanted to go see it. All the American movies show down there, and it's not like they subtitle them. It just because so many people speak English. They're just in there checking it out. It's not dubbed in Spanish or anything like that. So some are, but most weren't. We were in there just watching the movie. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I don't even think it was subtitled. It might have been, but I don't like subtitled in Spanish. But we were just dating. Like went to the mall, hung out. I wasn't like taking her on no shopping spree or nothing like that. Her and I built up a relationship. So when I saw this particular woman, yeah, we would go out, we would eat. She would pay for the cabs because their cabs were Ubers. Like, how we had Uber to get regular people who are, side hustling. The cabs had an app. So you can just get your cab to show up kind of like a Uber. So she would always get the cabs and whatnot. She would cook for me. It was just great. We would just have a good time. And I was still out there doing bad boy stuff. But you can line all that up without paying, yo. You don't have to pay. That's a choice. And again, a lot of dudes are like, well, that's a cheat code, so I can get me a baddie. You can get that same chick and not pay a dime.
I'm going to show you how to do it here. Before I do that, let me tell you guys a story. We're going to talk numbers. I don't care. One of my clients last week, I had a phone conversation with him. It was 2 weeks ago. Sorry. He used the Sugar Baby website in Colombia. This is what you do. And I'm going to show it to you here in a second. This is what you do. You meet a girl on the Sugar Baby website. You pay. You find one that's in the second, third tier city. You fly her in to Medellin or Cartagena. Ticket is $60. Fly her in. She stays for 2 or 3 days. And my man said for those 2 or 3 days, bro.
And here's the thing. What he says works. If you want to go that route, you can. I just think it's unnecessary. If you're gonna hit up the second and third tier cities, especially if you speak Spanish, instead of buying her a ticket to fly her to you, why don't you just fly out there, meet some folks. You can meet some folks on Instagram, right? Because Colombian women use Instagram too. It's the #1 dating app on the planet. All you got to do is know your cities, know the region, hit these girls up, talk to them, let them know, yeah, I'm coming down there. They'll check out your Instagram and see mad pictures from Colombia. It's like, oh, they'll be asking like, oh, when are you going to come back down? Like, I see you've been to Bogota. I see you've been to Cartagena. I see you've been to Medellin. Like, yeah. Like, if you ever been to Cali, I've never been to Cali. I live close to Cali. You should come to Cali. If you come to Cali, let me know. I'll come hang out with you. You ain't talking about no numbers. She trying to get on. She trying to just meet you. She ain't. And trust me, the women who are really in the game like that, they'll tell you, oh, baby, pay for me to come to Cali. Pay for me to come here. They'll be trying to get you to pay for them. Fly me over to Cartagena. That's when you know, like, all right, if she's hitting you like that, she's in the game, man. Just put her on the side. Find the women who are just trying to come see you. Like, oh, I can come to Cali. I'll come meet you there. Like, oh, I'll come fly to Medellin. I have family there. I'll fly to Medellin to come meet you there. Bet. She's not asking for any money. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to bring them in from the second and third tier cities, date them. But these dudes, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. He's like, well, just call them, hit them up on the sugar site, negotiate a price, and then fly them in. So you're going to pay her $200 plus her flight. That's $260. She's going to be there for a couple of days. You got to feed her or whatever. So for what, $350, maybe $400, you got this woman with you the whole weekend. You're going to get a girlfriend experience. Okay, if that's what you want to do, fine. Okay, if all right, fine. That's what you want to do. You can do that. All I'm saying is if you have a little game, you can do the exact same thing that he's talking about and not have to negotiate a price.
For those 2 or 3 days, smacking it up. $200. Gave her $200. Let's keep it real. I already know what y'all going to Colombia for. You ain't going to Colombia. Most of y'all ain't going to. You're going to sightsee. You're going to get some good food, but you want to smack some cheeks up. Just do it.
$200 too, man. I haven't checked the conversion, but $200 is a lot of money, bro. That's definitely worth her time for the weekend. $200. You know, that's just, she's gonna walk out of there with $200 in her pocket, and he's done fed her and took her around, and she in a partied and everything else. And these guys are happy with that. If that's what you want to do, fine. But just understand you can do the same thing for free.
It's smart. Don't use Tinder. Use a sugar baby website, and you can haggle and you can negotiate. Let me show you. All right. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm telling listen to me, okay? First, this is a preview of what we talk about on Patreon. This is a sugar baby website. This website is full of girls in Colombia. Okay, I'm gonna use AI right quick to kind of give you a breakdown of what's going on. Let me talk to my AI because I use artificial intelligence when I'm breaking down and giving these analysis on Patreon. But let's talk to my AI real quick. What is the population of Medellin, Colombia compared to London?
In 2024, the population of Medellin, Colombia is estimated to be around 2.5 million, while London's population is estimated at approximately 9.7 million. So London has a significantly larger population compared to Medellin.
Thank you. All right, so look, you have almost 3 million people in Medellin, Colombia, and you have almost 10 million in
I don't know where he was going with this. It is what it is. But he's going to get into the whole sugar site thing. And then when you look at this picture, like this middle picture here, this picture in the middle, I'm looking at that the background. That's a nice apartment. I'm doubting very seriously that's where she lives. And if that is where she lives, bro, she's been in the game for a minute.
654 girls in here. 3,000, over almost 4,000 girls on the Sugar Baby website in a city with 3 million people, 2.5 million people. Okay. Look at London. London has 10 million, 7 to 10, depending on how you measure it, 7,000. So that tells me Medellin is pumping over its weight class with the amount of sugar babying going on in Colombia. It's insane. This is where all of the girls are going. It's socially acceptable in Colombia to sell box, but it depends on how you.
It's not socially acceptable to do that. They do it because they have to. We've talked about this. Sister Lady Voice in the building. What's good, sis? The stigma isn't the same as it is in most Western worlds. It's not the same. And a lot of young women are encouraged by their families to get out there and do this because the money is there. And especially now with these, simpletons, invading places like Colombia. it's so much money now. Like I said, they've taken them off of the pesos and it's all about US dollars now. They're killing the game because they still they live on the peso, but they're getting paid in US dollars. So the kind of money they can make in a weekend can take care of the family for a month, one weekend. So again, the stigma is different. The laws are a little different. It allows for this sort of thing. It's a terrible situation. Let's keep it 100. Women don't like doing it. They don't like doing it, but they do because they have to take care of what they got to take care of. Again, I just, shout out to this dude for keeping it 100. He's just breaking it all the way down. He's like, yep, I'm going to talk numbers and everything. Oh, I'm just going to talk. And he's got a Patreon. It's probably flooded with dudes trying to figure out, what do I got to do? How does it work? And this whole sugar baby thing, you don't have to do it. I mean, if you have game, it's a good place to source, but you can get these women without paying them. It's the same as Myron and Fresh uses sugar sites in America. They don't pay these women. It's just they use it as a filter. Women go on sugar sites looking for guys because they're like, all right, these dudes have to pay X amount of money just to be on the site. Like he just said, this is a sugar site. He's like, you got to pay $100 a month just to be on the site. The women are looking at that. So like, all right, well, it's a qualifier, but you don't have to just outright pay them. I mean, it's just what it is. Like Lady was like, I need to go to Colombia. Yeah, they on the dollar. And they on the dollar. And it's terrible. It's just terrible down there. That this is a thing, but hey, man, life goes on, bro. This is how it works. It's a huge part of their economy is tourists coming in. That's why I'm surprised they're letting, these people get hurt. But it's like a flood of dudes. They can't protect them all, it seems to me. Let's continue.
You want to package it. These girls don't work at no agency. They're all freelancers, right? But this is how you vet them. We're going to pick one, right? Let's look at Madison real quick. This is how you can sort them out, right? Because look at this. Okay. So this chick right here, I wouldn't pick her. I'm just going through an example, but at least on the Sugar Baby website, you can look and see how long she's been a member, right? So she's been a member since November, okay, which is fairly new. But you will find a profile where the girl has been on a website for a year plus, which tells me the probability of her drugging and robbing people is very, very minimal. Okay.
I mean, there's some logic to that. I get where he's coming from, but men are going to start moving into these spaces. Men are going to be seeking out these same women. These passport bros are going to think that, well, these are independent contractors. Nah, the dudes are going to go talk to these women and say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how you're going to talk to this guy. You're going to get him to get you back into the crib, and we're going to run in there and take all his money. And some of these women are going to be like, okay, because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. So there are ways around this thing. You do have to be careful. And what he's talking about does make sense. But I don't, man, look, the whole sugar site thing. You're on the sugar site. She's going to talk to you. Just talk to her, man. Don't even make it about money. Holler at her like, I understand you in the game is good. I just let me know. I'm not going to give you money, but hey, I'm going to this event. You should come with me. I'm going to I'm going to on the Skytram thing. You should come with me. Or, I'm going to the lake. You should come with me. And just run your game, man. If she spends time with you, then she's all about you. But if it's just about money, then yeah, if she catch you slipping, they're gonna run your pockets.
Because she would have been reported already. You know what I'm saying? She would be, you can see how long her profile is here. You don't know who's running a profile really on Tinder. Also, these women can verify themselves. Let's look at somebody else. Let's see if I can find me a little hottie without getting demonetized on YouTube. Let me be careful. Let me see. Y'all, if y'all see something, y'all let me know. I'm looking for a little, here we go. Something with no tattoos, fresh out of the box, 22. She's speaking Spanish on here. So she's looking for, so she's not really targeting American tourists. It's a little pretty joint, nothing too crazy, right? She's been on the website since May of 2021, and she's 22. So she's been on this website since she was 19, 20 years old. So she's already a little seasoned in the game, so to speak.
She's 100% seasoned in the game. It's like, I want one with no tattoos. She got a tattoo right across her neck. Right? He just didn't want the crazy tattoos on her back and legs and stuff like that. Just, regular looking Colombian woman. Like she's like, oh, she's on a sugar site. Let's run this game. She's been on that site for 3 years. She's probably been in the game since she was 16 years old. That's another thing y'all got to look out for. You don't know what type of play they're gonna run. They might run a play where you with a minor, and in Colombia, it's illegal for minors to accept money in exchange for the Foxy Brown. At least the last time I talked to someone about it, which has been years. They can, it's illegal for them to make money off of it, but it's kind of weird. Like, So if you're with a minor and you give her money, bro, because the age of consent, she could be over the age of consent, but not old enough to charge. But if you get caught up with the wrong person, that might be the next play on some of these dudes. They're going to get them down there, get them in a situation, and then have them like, well, you're going to have to pay us this money. We're going to call the police. So now you're looking at thousands just so you can stay out of a Colombian jail. And if you would just sit around and talk to her, you'll realize that this is a young girl. And you can, like, nah, I'm cool. You can back out of it, put her in an Uber, put her in a cab, send her home. Like, nah, you too young. You know what I mean? And Brother Pitney's like, this guy's information seems mid-tier. I agree with you. I get the sense he's on one of the passport bros that's been ruining South America. Yeah, he is one of the passport bros that have been ruining South America, bro. Doing his thing and just, it's like the blind leading the blind. I'm with you on there. Brother D-Mac is in the building. What's good for him? Like when I was single and traveling overseas, I never got excited hunting roadkill. Yeah, bro. But for him, this is like the best. It's like, this is the best ever. But it's like, come on, bro. You ain't trying to do better? And you paying for this? Ugh.
But she ain't going to drug you and she ain't going to rob you because she been on the website for so long.
She might.
So that's the type of stuff you want to look for. And you kind of want to protect yourself. You're going to have to pay a little bit to be on the website. It's $100 a month. But what you do is, let me get to the big screen is, you pay for 1 month. 1 month, I would say the month before you get to Colombia, you pay for 1 month. It's $100. And as soon as you pay, you cancel the subscription so you don't get charged again. And
be careful of the bait and switch. He was saying like, oh, she's been on here so long. Like, she's not going to rob you, you know what I mean? Because someone would have reported her. Like, bro, they can catfish you with her information. You show up, she's not there, but it's another baddie. You're going to be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, oh, that's my friend. She couldn't make it, but I'm here and, oh, okay, no problem. Because, their eyes get big as another cutie. Yeah, you about to get set up, man. So beware of the bait and switch.
In that month, you're copying and pasting the same message to all the girls. You're going to send over 100 messages. Okay? Or more, you know what I'm saying? I really like you. I'm coming to Colombia. I want to take you shopping. I want to spoil you, blah, 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 blah. What's your WhatsApp? Copy and
I'm coming. I want to take you shopping. I want to spoil you. You setting yourself up. You ain't got to do all that. Hey, I just want to see you. What's your WhatsApp? She gives you your WhatsApp. You're talking to her. Hey, what's going on? Do a quick video call. Make sure that's really her. Like, y'all texting back and forth. She's going to hit you every single day. Trust me. She's going to hit you up. Hey, baby, what you doing? She's going to hit you up. Are you still coming? You still plan to come down here? Yep, I'll be there in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I'll be there next week. Right? And then when you get there, she's going to want to holler at you. You can do all this without discussing money. Is she in the game? More than likely. More than likely she's in the game. Is she trying to get money out the situation? Probably. But if she's digging you, you make her laugh, you showing her some stuff online, y'all doing whatever, y'all meet in person, y'all hug, what do you kids say, the vibe is there, then it's you on, bro. Take it somewhere, like go take it. The rules still apply. Still go take her out, get some coffee, even though it's cheaper, way cheaper down there. Like, yo, let's go get some coffee. Let's go get some tea. Let's go show me a nice ice cream place. Let's go get some ice cream. Just kind of have some fun with her. I'm paying for everything. Everything we do, I'm going to cover it because she's out with me having a good time. I'm going to pay for her cab and everything, or Uber, whatever she's doing. Like, I got all that, no problem. And she's going to be like, cool. She's unfreed her whole weekend. She's trying to kick it with you. And if she's going to ask you for money, she's going to hit you up for money before you get there. And simply because she didn't ask you for money does not mean she's not in the game. Like, but if she digs you, she's going to go do what she normally does. She's still going to go out there and hit up one of these passport bros and get some bread, but she's going to come see you when she's done. And she's going to want to come holler at you and hang out with you. Most cases, she'll clear her whole weekend for you and just be with you. Ask her to cook you some or ask her to take you. Where's a good place to go dancing? She'll do all that if she's into you. But if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't know how to game to even see her choosing signals to read between the lines, so to speak, you're through. If you're just coming out here throwing money, yeah, she's going to take that money and she's going to take all the money she can and she's going to resent you for it.
Paste the same message. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Go crazy with this shit. Control V. Okay? I'm serious. I be Control V like a crazy. That should be my nickname. Right? And when you wake up the next day, you're gonna have 40 messages. You guys see how many messages I got here? I haven't been on Seeking Arrangements in what? How long? How many messages that your boy got? I got like 62 messages just sitting there. These chicks are aggressive on this website. You get all their WhatsApps, and then this is what I talk about, and this is where you guys mix up, and you like, okay, what is the bottom price? How do you negotiate? The art of negotiation. You need to learn how to negotiate. A lot of you brothers don't know.
No, you need to learn game, and you don't have to worry about negotiations. That's where I differ from what this brother is talking about. Everything he's saying makes sense. If you're looking for the cheat code, you want an easy way, you can try this. Everything he's talking about doing, getting her WhatsApp, whatever, you can do all that. You don't even need to be on this sugar site. I would highly recommend that you just jump on Instagram. You can do the exact same thing. But remember, these guys are looking to pay. That's the difference. They don't want to take the time to figure out female nature and get their game right. They don't want to do that. They don't want to figure out the art of conversation. They rather figure out how to negotiate. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, hey, man, go ahead and do you. But you're never going to get everything from her. Like, you're not going to get that full experience. Now, here's the thing. These guys don't care because they're just going down there to have fun. They just want to get the Foxy Brown. They don't care. A lot of them don't have a lot of substance to them. They just doing what they just going down there, cheat code their way into some baddies. Okay, fine. Okay, that's fine. But you got to be careful because the game is all inclusive. If you don't have any game, no understanding whatsoever, you're going to wound up being a victim. Brother Pitty, like, scammers can use seasoned accounts to give the impression that the profile has a long, well-established history when in fact it remained unused for some time. Facts. This is all part of the game. This is all the understanding that I'm talking about. These guys don't care about that. All they see is the big butt and the pretty face.
How to negotiate. That's why prices are going crazy in Dominican Republic. You got girls that fly into Colombia. They want $150 for an hour. Colombian girls in Punta Cana, in Santo Domingo. I got people in Patreon are telling me it's out of control because they know you silly Americans just throw money everywhere. Everybody knows it. You're throwing money in a strip club. You're throwing money here. You got guys who are going to Colombia looking for a strip club. No, they selling box, bro. They ain't stripping. They got phase dose, but they got.
Yeah, he's talking about Plaza Dos, and yeah, they are selling. Yeah, you can. They have a hostel. When I say right next door, it can't be no more than 15 steps. You know what I mean? From the door of the strip club to the door of the hostel where they do their business, it can't be no more than 15 steps door to door. Right next door. They do have strip clubs. They have, massage parlors. Right? You know what's going on. They're brothels, bro. They come out wearing bikinis with numbers on, and I want number 8. And it's like established prices. And he's talking about guys are going to Colombia and they want to go to the strip clubs because that's the American culture thing. They're going down there What do you think they're doing in the strip clubs in America? They trying to find a woman who needs that money. And they trying to come, shoot, I got $300-400, I got $500. I'm gonna go ahead and smash this. Again, if that's your game, fine. But that game is going to lead you astray in foreign countries. And they want to spend the exact same amount. And that's what he just said. Like, they went down there and they messed the game up for themselves. You don't went down here and took this whole selling Foxy Brown economy off the Colombian peso and put it on the US dollar. So the average passport bro is not even going to be able to afford to go down there and smash what he really wants to smash. He's going to wind up smashing some bottom tier thing, kind of what D Mike was talking about. He's going to be out here trying to smash roadkill because that's all he can afford. When you add in hotel accommodations, food, and all that, that's all he can afford. So you're going all the way down to Colombia and you still a bottom 80 dude. What's the point, man? Learn some games so you can smash one of those top tier women that you really want to smash. And again, these women are they're going to look at a dude like this and listen to him talking and be like, I don't want to deal with this guy. And if I deal with this guy, I'm going to make him pay through the nose. Actually, I really want to drug him and just take all his money. And I don't have to do nothing to this dude. So this is the issue. Passport bros, y'all need to understand this. Guys are not coming back. They are literally dying to smash a baddie in Colombia.
Rooms in the back. These Colombian dudes ain't throwing money just to be, oh, I'm cool, I'm throwing money. No, you smashing, bro. So you need to get out of the mentality of America. And
real quick about Plaza Dos, the women in there, they're in there saying, nah, come next door. They're not trying to like tip me for my dance or whatever. They don't even like dancing. Most of the women don't even get up and dance. They're just walking around from table to table trying to talk these dudes into going next door. That's what they're doing. It's a brothel adjacent situation. You got all your alcohol and everything. They got food, everything in Plaza Dos. But the women, they're like, he's weak. He's weak. I want strong. Come on over here and show me how strong you are. That's what they want to do. They trying to get you over there so you could go ahead and pay them. And again, man, this was years ago when I was at Plaza Dos. Everything was on the Colombian peso, bro. Now, if it's on the dollars, if it's on US dollars, they're probably charging $200, $300 to get you next door. It's probably what they're charging, which is insane. And if that's the case, you can blame the passport bros for that, which is for the dudes who want to pay, who wanted to pay. Again, y'all done priced yourselves out of the own market, the market you want. Y'all went down there and priced yourself out of the very market that you guys want. It's crazy.
Brothers are bringing it to Colombia as well. So that's just a preview of this video. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. Let me go ahead and wrap this bad boy up because I'm saying too much already. I already know they're going to go crazy on me. But there's levels to this game. Figure out the bottom price, the art of negotiation, understand the fair market value of a piece of box. We already know you're going to be paying for it. You need to be vetting these girls. You can use a sugar baby website that has more information instead of a blank Tinder profile.
He said the fair market value. Learn how to negotiate. All right, let's say you want to go down. Okay, all right, let's say it's a passport bro. Listen, again, I'm not throwing shade. I just want to get you guys to understand how game works. Let's say that you plan on spending $200 on some woman that you met on a sugar site or wherever you met her at. Tinder, well, you got her on WhatsApp now, whatever. Even if you met her on Instagram, you're planning on spending $200 to be with her. All right. Here's the deal. If you got game, you know how to talk to her, you get into her ear, say what you got to say. You feel me? Go in there and hit her with this.
Holla, 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 holla.
You hit her with the holla, holla, holla. You could take that $200 and use it to entertain her, to keep her happy. Go see a movie. Go get some ice cream. Go get something to eat. Because that $200 in Colombian pesos is going to be a lot of money. You could do a lot with that. You could do a lot with that. Right. Start your evening around, start in the afternoon. So around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Go do some cool stuff like that. Get some ice cream, get some empanadas, you know what I mean? Go around and get this, get that. Around 6 or 7, go somewhere, have a little dinner. Right. Around 8, go somewhere to a little lounge, have a couple drinks. If she spends all that time with you, man, she ain't asking for nothing. She's just having a good time. She's smiling. She's dancing. Y'all go somewhere. Y'all dance a little bit. Learn how to salsa, bachata, merengue. Ask her to teach you. She teaches you how to salsa. Y'all up there nice and close. Right? By 9 o'clock, she's going to be, hey, you want to go back to the hotel? Just relax a little bit. She's going to come back to the room. Y'all going to do whatever y'all do. And when y'all finish, y'all going to take a shower. Get out of the shower, and y'all going to go out one more time. By this time, it's going to be like, 11, 12 o'clock or whatever. And, Park Legeres is just starting to get going by that time. Go listen to a little bit of music, get some more food, drink a little bit more, right? By 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, take her back home again. Y'all going to do whatever y'all do, and y'all going to go to sleep. Wake up. She's going to go home, and it's all gravy, bro. And you don't have to give her nothing. She's going to be like, when can I come see you again tomorrow, baby? Oh, more. Oh, my God. This was so much fun. I want to see you again, right? She'll come back the next day. You do it all again, bro. You can have your whole weekend with that $200 that you negotiating to give away to her. You can use that money and make a whole weekend out of it, bro. And when you leave, she cannot wait to see you again. It won't cost you a dime. It won't cost you a dime. That's all I'm saying, man. You can do that. Learn some game.
And here's the kicker. This is not just Colombia. It's Brazil, which I'm not talking about Brazil on Patreon. People be asking me and begging me, but you're not getting any information on Brazil. I don't care if you're paying for my Patreon. There's certain information I won't tell. I don't care. But I give you all the information on Colombia because I don't plan on going back there anytime soon. But it's all of Europe is out of control. Thailand, Philippines, it's out of control. I got all.
Like dude said it right here on his own stream. I'm not going to tell you none of the ins and outs of Brazil because I want you in Colombia. Why they done burned that up? They done messed Colombia up. This is a passport, bro, telling you, all of my listeners and out here in Team Replay land, all you passport bros who are going to be watching this later, he's just telling y'all done jacked up Colombia, man. You can have it. Nobody wants it anymore. Y'all can have it. It's terrible. He's not even going to tell you about Brazil. That should tell you something right there. Get your game up, bro. Get your game up. Just a matter of time before they flood into Brazil and mess that up too.
Okay, guys. See you in the next video.
And that's that. And this guy, his voice sounds familiar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, is this the dude that called into Fresh and Fit and was trying to get Myron and Fresh to sanction paying for the Foxy Brown? Some dude called in, and now when you call in, they ask for your Instagram so they can have a look at you, so they know who they're talking to. But before they didn't do that, and the guy was like, "No, there's nothing wrong with it. You should encourage people to do." And they were like, "No, if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's not what we do. That's not how we get down." And the guy went off, and they were like, "Look, bro, do what you're going to do. Why do you need me to tell you it's okay to pay? We're saying it's not. That's not how we get down." It was the funniest thing. And listening to these guys, like, well, it's the same. There's nothing wrong with it. Just go down there and pay. It's like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. So I want to hurry up and finish this up. I wanted to show you the travel.state.gov. This is the US Department of State. This is the Bureau of Consular Affairs. I typed in Colombia, and here it is right here. Colombia, Republic of Colombia, Travel Advisory, Colombia, Level 3, reconsider travel. Reconsider travel due to crime and terrorism, exercise increased caution due to civil unrest and kidnappings. Some areas have increased risk. Read the entire travel advisory. Right, so, so here's the country's summary. Violent crimes such as deletion, assault, and armed robbery is widespread organized criminal activities such as extortion, robbery, kidnapping are common in some areas, right? Terrorist groups and criminal organizations continue operating and carrying out attacks in Colombia. They may attack with little or no warning, targeting transportation hubs, markets, shops, malls, local government facilities, police stations, military facilities, hotels, clubs, restaurants, airports, and other public areas, and U.S. government facilities. Demonstrations occur regularly throughout the country and can be about a variety of political or economic issues. They can shut down roads and highways, often without prior notice or estimated reopening timelines. Demonstrations and road closures may significantly reduce access to public transportation and disrupt travel within and between cities. Protests can become violent and can result in fatalities and injuries. U.S. direct hire government employees must adhere to the noted restrictions. So that's for people who are working for the government. There are restrictions there. Why they can't use motorcycles. They're not permitted to travel by roads between most cities. Colombian land border areas are off limits. Right? They can't use motorcycles. They can't even flag down taxis or use public buses. Wow. So you got contractors down there, people work for the government. They can't even move around like that. So they really worried about protesters and stuff like that. There's level 4, do not travel. And they name the places, the Colombia Venezuelan border is one of them. Don't go there. Like I said, there's a lot of Venezuelans coming over. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. And then here, security alert, risk of using online dating applications. Right? They just kind of tell you about that. There's nothing really more in there. We'll hit the fact sheet and see what that says. Yeah, nothing. It just kind of gives you another thing there. So the State Department, they're telling people, be careful. Don't go down there. You know what I mean? It's dangerous. Consider not going. A lot of it is not it's not all about the passport bros. It's just, in general, there's a lot of unrest going on in Colombia right now. Right? It just so, again, if you know what you're doing, I mean, America is just as dangerous as Colombia. You look at parts of Chicago, LA, Miami, all the big cities. I mean, you look at the deletion rate in America is out of control. Like it's shootings every minute. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you know how to move, you want to go someplace like Colombia, you'll be fine, but you got to know how to move. If you don't know how to move, you're going down there game goofing, you're just chasing booty, you're going to wind up getting knocked. That's just how it works. There's one last thing I want to go over, and then I got to get out of here. Because I still gotta make a hamburger for my daughter. And then I got to hit the road and go do some comedy. So so I did something wrong. Let me try to find this thing again. Again, I been getting some glitches on my StreamYard. There it is. So we're gonna read this. So this is KTLA. KTLA is an affiliate in LA. So I was surprised to see it, but this is under KTLA. This is in San Francisco. So I think that they use KTLA's story for their San Francisco website, which is KRON4. Don't use online dating apps in this particular tourist country, U.S. officials warn. And again, this is from KTLA. The U.S. State Department issues a safety warning Wednesday following the deletion of 8 Americans who died under suspicious circumstances in recent months in Colombia. So this is crazy. The deletions occurred in Medellin between November 1st and December 31st of 2023, it's last year, and appeared to be either homicides or involuntary drug overdoses. So people, they were spiking the drinks too much, and the guy lost his life behind it. Right? That's crazy. The deletions are not believed to be specifically linked to each involved distinct circumstances, but several of the deaths point to common factor: online dating apps. All right. Officials say criminals use the apps to lure tourists and visitors to meet in public places like hotels, restaurants, and bars, places that are often considered safe in other parts of the world. Several U.S. citizens have ended up being assaulted, drugged, robbed, or even deleted by the people they had planned to meet for a date. So again, we watched that other video, so you can hear dudes' tactics on how to avoid this. People are still getting set up. U.S. officials say crimes against foreign visitors have been, it's been a sharp increase in recent months in Colombia. So U.S. officials say crimes against foreign visitors have seen a sharp increase in recent months in Colombia. And again, like dude was saying, it ain't just Americans, it's Americans, probably just Westerners in general. The number of thefts committed against foreign visitors increased 200% in the third trimester of 2023 compared to the previous year, and violent deaths of foreign visitors increased 29%, the State Department said, right, citing local officials. This is, passport bros, y'all need to be paying attention to this. The use of online dating apps to rob, assault, or murder American citizens is not limited to Medellin. Reports have also been received in Cartagena and Bogota. That's the nation's capital. The State Department also says the crimes may be widespread, as it is believed victims are often too embarrassed to report crimes to local authorities. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens here in America. That's down in Palm Beach. Old white dudes are getting robbed by these girls they bringing back to their yachts or their hotels somewhere, condo, and the women are robbing them. That's happening in America. The U.S. Embassy in Colombia provided a list of tips to those visiting the country, which include warnings about the use of online dating apps and meeting strangers. It strongly advised you only meet with someone in public places and avoid isolated locations. If you end up inviting someone into your residence or hotel room, you should establish a visitor procedure with the hotel. You should also make sure friends or family are aware of your plans, including details about the person you are meeting and the app you use to meet them. Man, this is serious, bro. They telling you to do all this, bro. Like this, these numbers must be way, way bigger than what we're thinking. If you do become the victim of a robbery, it's important that you do not resist, and those who do generally increase their risk of being deleted. Yeah, that happened to an American. These guys were trying to take his chain. He had a chain on. He resisted. They popped him. This was like broad daylight. The robbers were on a motorcycle. They're like, dude, give us a chain, give it up smooth. He didn't want to give it up. They just popped him on the spot, took the chain. As of January 2nd, the United States has designated Colombia as a level 3 travel destination, meaning those who visit the nation should reconsider their travel plans due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. So there you have it. There you have it right there, y'all. Y'all better get gamed up. You know what I mean? Brother D-Mac with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Did you check out that movie, Dumb Money? Yes, I did, bro. I think it would be a good show. I'm going to do it, bro. I did see Dumb Money. I did see that. I was blown away. I want to watch it again. I want to watch it again. And I also watched, there's another movie, a documentary about, I can't think of it right now because I'm thinking about this, but yeah, bro, I'm thinking about doing a show when I cover saw a couple good movies, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. I plan on doing a show Friday late. So I'm planning on doing something. Look for the thumbnail. And if I don't do it Friday late, I'll definitely do it on Saturday. But yeah, that was definitely a good one, bro. So please share this one with folks, man. Listen, if you know any passport bros, you know any guys who are thinking about traveling, at a very minimum, just tell them to check the State Department website. I'm going to link all the stuff that we went over today in the description below. So you ain't even got to watch the whole video. Just go to the description and click on the article or click on the, the other dude's video if you want to just watch his stuff. Y'all got to be careful out there, man. These people ain't playing. These people hungry, man. You coming down there looking good, bro. You look like some ham hocks walking around. Boy, you look like some glazed ham. You look like some bacon. You know what I mean? You look like a nice turkey burger walking around down there, bro. They hungry. And they know you got it. So you need to be careful. You definitely need to be gamed up. You need to be gamed up in America too. Passport bros, look, quit going down there looking for cheat codes, man. Just work on your game here in America. If you could pull an American woman, if you could pull an American 4 or 5, That means you can pull an 8 or 9 down in Colombia or the Philippines or Thailand or Brazil. There are no, I mean, the cheat codes are there, but it's empty, bro. You don't have any real growth. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to get your game up right. And if you find yourself in a situation in some foreign land, someplace like Colombia, and they got you, man, give it up. Give it to them, bro. Don't play with them boys because life is cheap. Just give them what they want, man. Turn your pockets inside out. Here you go. Don't be walking around with all your cash neither. If they get you, they got you. All right, y'all got this one. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Live to see another day. Simple as that. Learn that lesson. And then teach people. If you don't want to tell the police, that's fine. You want to leave the country, that's fine. But when you get back home, at least let the other people in your clan know what happened. Right? That's how that works. So look, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Brother D-Mac, yeah, we definitely going to do that, man. Dumb money. We're going to do a show on that. Man, let's do that Monday for sure. I'm going to write Dumb Money on Monday. I'm going to pull that up, man. Let's do that on Monday. And I appreciate the $20, man. I truly do. Passport bros, I'm worried about y'all. I'm worried about y'all. Y'all going to get out here and get yourself hurt or worse. Get yourself deleted because you're going out here trying to get a woman you don't qualify for. You got women just as fine here in America, man. Learn game. Quit looking for the easy way. Quit looking for the cheat code. Brother Mandrell's in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling? We're just wrapping up here, man. You got to catch this one, man. Catch this one on Team Replay, man. We're talking about the travel advisory the State Department has issued for Colombia. Passport bros, be careful. That's all I got to say about that. You go down there, somebody bump, knock you on your head and take out your money. I don't feel sorry for you if you ain't try to game yourself up. You went down there, game goofy, and got caught. That's fine. You fooled. You walked into a den of wolves, and you got pork chops in your pocket, bro. Of course, they're going to eat you up. That's how they see you. You can do everything this guy was talking about in that video without paying these women, bro. All it takes is a little game, little understanding, little conversational skills, man. Go down there and get the exact same woman, and she'll be doing stuff for you, and it's going to enhance your experience as opposed to just paying her X amount of dollars. All right, that's my take on that. I got to go, y'all. I got to wrap this up. Thanks for rocking out with me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to do some more content. I missed that show on Tuesday, so I'm trying to make up for that. So we're going to definitely be back. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a little something. Look for some DL shorts tomorrow. I want to talk about that Corey Holcomb thing, what he had to say about Dave Chappelle. And I want to cover that Sneeko Fresh and Fit debate about top tier men, that the highest tier man is a guy who can say no to sexual access to women. I want to talk about that. So be looking for those guys. I'm DL Saint. This is I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.